Good morning to my family. Good morning to you, ma'am and sir, to the Capri Care family. We do not own the rights to the music. Thank you, YouTube, for those who will ding me. We don't own the rights, but we're grateful that on this wonderful Wednesday, we can listen to Greg O'Quinn and Joyful Noise. I told the storm. And as a matter of fact, I think it's about to begin to rain. But anyway, as you're coming in the chat today, but navigate, excuse me, and negotiate and listen and watch what the video communicates. I can say, go away. I command you to move today. Good morning to all. It is Capri Cares. Know that I care. And guess what? Care that I know. As you're coming in the chat, tell me how you are feeling. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm worried. There's anxiety in me. I'm feeling joyful. As you're coming in the chat, tell me how you are feeling. It is a marvelous day to be alive, getting everything situated and settled on my end. And let me know if you can hear me. Trying to get this done before the storm comes. Because when the storm comes, sometimes it's very difficult for the connection to be. Let's stay solid. Good morning, Brandy. Happy birthday, Brandy. Good morning, Shannon. Happy birthday to Brandy. Late birthday. Good morning, cousin. Everybody tell me, excuse me, don't tell me, tell yourself. You told the storm. Good, Renetta, optimistic. Let's not forget 12 noon Bible study. 12 noon Bible study and 6 o'clock. Regardless of the weather, I'm going to be here. Let me get off of here and let y'all see that. You're welcome. Navigate. Come on, sing. Thank you, Renata. Anybody know he's going to bring you out. And you say, I told the storm. Good morning, Clarion. Yes, I told the storm. Stand on solid ground. And you tell your storm today. Wind, lightning, breakers, darkness. That's what I told the storm. That's it. That is what I told the storm. Good morning to you, ma'am and sirs. It is Capri Cares. Put in the chat, navigate and negotiate. Navigate and negotiate because that's what we're learning to do this week as we get ready for next week. Next week, I already told you the hashtag unless something comes up. The detour was for my deliverance. That's next week. Hey, do you have your book? Do you have your book, Guardrails? Put that in the chat. Look, Shannon, put that in the chat. Renetta, put that in the chat. Guardrails. Y'all, I'm going to be teaching every day. The red. C. Rules. Robert J. Morgan. Remember the 10 rules and 10 strategies to help you navigate and negotiate. They're not limited to 10, but these 10 will bless your life. I promise you. And today we are, Renata, I'm going back and forth. Either we will finish the Sunday school lesson because we did not have the opportunity to finish it on do it on Sunday, or I'm going to finish rule number 6. Rule number 6. And rule number 6 is, what is rule 6 for? Everybody put rule 6. When unsure, take the next logical step by faith. When you're not sure, take the next logical step by faith. Excuse me. Now, let me read this. Let me read this. Remember yesterday he talked about unsustainability and having Shannon to change either his prayers or his systems, and we're grateful for that. That comes from this particular text. On page 50 of this particular book, he says, if we don't get to change our systems or change our prayers, it can lead, listen at this, it can lead to seasons of fruitless busyness. Fruitless busyness. Please put that in the chat. Brandy, Renetta, Shannon, put that in the chat. Fruitless busyness. And remember, in the in the upcoming months, I'm going to send the stream out so we can all be on here together. But anyway, put fruitless busyness. When I'm navigating and negotiating with my emotions, with my health, with my mindfulness, and I don't take the right turns, building on yesterday's story. If I do not take the right turns, Brandy, while I'm navigating, it can become fruitless busyness. And that's a bad place to be in. I'm glad you put it up there, Dacre. Shannon, Brandy. Fruitless busy. Shannon, I'm still trying to figure what is fruitless busyness? Fruitless busyness? When I don't have the right perspective, a godly perspective, when I'm not doing things ethically, it's a fruitless busyness. Martha teaches us fruitless busyness. Everybody put in the chat, Martha. Put in the chat, the Luke, the story of Mary and Martha. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is. I want you to just skim through it and find it. Luke's gospel. And Martha had this fruitless busyness, and her fruitless busyness was the result of her not being able to navigate and negotiate, not being able to navigate and negotiate between her wishes, her wants, her wills, and the will of God. She had a wish, she had a want, she had a will, but then there was the will of God. All of us have wishes, wants, and wills, but then there's the will of God. So what is the will of God for our lives when I'm trapped in this fruitless busyness and not having learned to negotiate? Not having learned to negotiate and navigate between my feelings. I got to learn that. I got to learn that. I'm about to, excuse me. I'm about to pull up Luke's gospel. There it is, Renetta. Fruitless busyness. Not saying you're not productive, but it's fruitless. And the Lord had me write it down in the description. All movement is not progress. What progress is movement. We can be moving, we could be doing, but not making a lot of progress. The game of football really gives us the best illustration about this. When two opponents collide or meet, boom, and the defender pushes the offensive player backwards, there's something called forward progress. When two or three push back or push toward or push against the person carrying the ball, the referee will often spot the ball where the contact took place, not where the play ended. That's a good place to shout right there, Brandon. The referee will spot the ball where the contact took place, not where the play ended. I'll say it one more time for me because I just felt that. Where the contact took place, not where the play ended. When we have contact in our lives or collisions, I serve a God who will spot the ball in the place where the contact took place, not where it ended. Aren't you glad today that sometimes we think we have to start where we ended? But we don't have to start where we ended. We can start right where the contact took place. And that's a good place to shout today. That you and I can begin where the contact took place. Can somebody put that in the chat? Excuse me. Where the contact, put in the chat, where the contact took place. Not where it ended, but where it took place. And that helps me navigate and negotiate better because now going back to the illustration, certain plays and certain schemes allow us to progress or move forward, Mike and Antoinette. And when I go to my playbook of life, which is the Bible, I can understand that I don't have to start where it stopped. I can start where it took place because that's where the spot is. And you ought to thank God for your spot. Thank God for the spot. He spotted it correctly. God was dead on. He was dead on in every trial. He was dead on in every trouble. He was dead on in every worry. He was dead on in every weary spot. God was right there, and he spotted his grace in that place. Yes, and I can negotiate and navigate better now. I can do that. I promise you, Renetta. I promise you, Shannon. I promise you, Antoinette. I promise you, Mike. I can negotiate better. I know where to heal, or I'm learning now where to heal. In the words of Genesis Keisha Martin, she says, hey, Yolanda, she says, you have to know where to heal in order to know what to heal. And I'm grateful today that my healing can take place in the right spots because I know where to heal. I know what spots. I know where the contact took place. I'm closing on this statement, and I will see y'all back at 12 noon and 6 o'clock for Bible studies. Like I said, I'm not for sure if we're going to do the Red Sea Rules or Sunday school. I'm prepared to do both. Jesus and Thomas had a situation arise where Thomas said, I will not believe until I touch the spot where the contact took place. Unless I touch the nail prints in his hand, I will not believe. Man, that's so powerful. God will let you touch the spot where the contact took place so that you can believe again or for the first time in him. Because in him we live, in him we move, in him we have our being. Y'all see scrolling at the bottom, The Language of Agape Leadership. Get that book as well, Don Marie Morris. All next month, I'm teaching from this. Get this book as well. Get that book as well. All right, y'all. See y'all. See y'all back here, 12 o'clock sharp. Know that I care. Care that I know. Hey, know where it all took place. Know your spot. And that's where you get to begin. Have a marvelous day. It's a wonderful Wednesday. Let's get over the hump. It's Capri Cares. Peace and blessings.